Demystifying advertising in a world of social media. Advertising is a driving force in our society. It shapes public perception and consumer decision-making and industry powers. Advertising is promoting a product or a service to the public. The goal of advertising is to attract interest, engagement, and to sell. However, advertising works in a multitude of ways, and not all are visible to the naked eye. Both print and digital advertising comes with strengths, including the ability to promote brands, to connect consumers to products and services, to innovate and to encourage innovation, and to empower businesses. It can also bring awareness to a product or a service, and it can educate consumers about a product, and through marketing, it can convince you to buy a product or a service. The problem with advertising lies in overconsumption, including the environmental damage and waste the production of these advertised products create, and the strain and the pressure to purchase these products can be immeasurable, and mostly due to advertising. That's why it's so essential for consumers to understand the mechanisms that cause the choices that you make and the buying habits that you have. In the digital industry, advertising is as prominent as ever. The internet and social media has dramatically changed the advertising industry. Ad prices on social media now are projected to reach $276 billion in 2025. And also social media is the #1 source of brand awareness for consumers the ages of 16 to 34. For over 30 years, I worked in the advertising publishing industry, and I had the chance to witness and facilitate advancement with this new technological revolution. The core ways that advertising work is through reproduction, and this is twofold. Firstly, the ads appears on a mass scale, which is shared through publications that is actually designed to maximize its reach. And then second, the ads and the advertisements aim to reach consumers like yourself. And through that, once they reach the consumers, these ads are shared multiple times over. Oprah Winfrey is the #1 person because when you think about the power of advertising, she is one of the #1 people. And Oprah Winfrey every year lists her holiday list of gift ideas. The ads, she covers a person's product. The product is pushed into the awareness of consumers and right off the shelves. Well, Oprah Winfrey first started her business with print magazines, and then she adapted to the digital age with Oprah Daily, which was her website. Celebrating 20 years of success for the old magazines, Oprah, during an interview, was reflecting what happened in terms of the old magazine reach. She said, "The publishers convinced me that magazines are the printed words of values, information, and ideas shared multiple times over." Well, in today's world, those values have become digitalized, and after becoming digitalized, it's being shared among millions of consumers through social media, even as we speak. Consumers interact with a barrage of contents on a daily basis. Also, ad sales. Ad sales are projected, and with these particular publications, like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, to name a few, they are bringing consumers close together directly with these products. And today, what's happening is social media has dramatically transformed the advertising industry, bringing it together, also bringing brand awareness to the consumers and educating the consumers about these products, and making a great impact as ever before with publications and also with the social media. But isn't that what magazines have done all of these years with the ads that has been situated in between real contents? Hasn't it? That's because advertisement is essential for the success of any publications. While at Disney, I had a chance to see firsthand how the marketing strategies can increase brand awareness and sales. In 1994, with the release of The Lion King, I worked very, very close with the production department to ensure that all of my ad page layouts was able to balance together with the publishing's monthly forecasts. Well, with the release and the production of The Lion King, Walt Disney Publishing put out the greatest ad campaign it had ever put out, grossing in the movie theaters. It was exactly $763 million at the gross box office, making it the highest grossing film of the year and the second to the highest grossing film ever. The agencies work very close with media editors to situate their ads into contents that would reach their target audience and all of the contents around it. Well, likewise, magazine publications and social media also want to reach the target audience, but what they do with the publications and with digital use social media to reach consumers. The magazines with their ads on their pages can reach it regionally, and they could do circulation. However, social media can instantly target and reach multiple people at one time globally. And also, what social media allows is for advertising agencies to actually pay for their demographic locations, and then they could be placed on any platform. When consumers use social media to shop online e-commerce allows the advertisers to study the shopping patterns of the consumers. The ads come up organically into the feeds of the consumers, and then once they're up into the feed of the consumer, algorithms come and reinforce it 24 hours a day. These ads that filter into the consumer's feeds have taken over the industry and has become a part of our buying psyche. That's why it's so essential for consumers to understand and to be aware and to look out for those advertisements that have you buying and paying for those items that you really don't need. Algorithms play a significant role in marketing because those algorithms determine what will be shown to the consumers and whom it will be shown to. The algorithms also study the shopping behaviors of the consumers and also studying the patterns of the consumer, and it's actually your own, when you get onto those websites, they would determine how to alter and tailor it so that it would be just for the individual user, which is yourself. Well, we have to be more aware how the algorithms sometimes really don't have your best interest in mind. They just are taking advantage of the clicks. And with the algorithms, we must be aware and keep in mind that when we're shopping, as we continue to shop, the algorithm will continue to evolve and to also get larger and bigger and continue to send you those things. For example, those products that you looked at, clothing, beauty products, these are some of the things that they will look at and continue to send you similar things that you've already looked at. Also, they will show you such things as additional apps and even websites. Now that I have talked about and reviewed how the algorithms works from an educational perspective, as a college professor, I instill in my students the importance and the power of education. An educated consumer is able to guard themselves against these manipulative algorithms that have you spending your money on those things that you really don't need. As a matter of fact, right now, in your social media feeds, your social media data is being sold off to corporations for mere pennies. And this is to reinforce the algorithm that they created to keep you engaged. Do not give in to compulsive spending just to be able to engage in conversation and boast about the latest product that you have. You can live without the latest brands and all of those items that are in the industry and in the web. You can live without it. Avoid manipulative algorithms. Stay clear of shopping mania. Social media can also be connected to depression and anxiety among teens. As consumers and as individuals are looking at social medias, it can also affect, in the push to have the latest of whatever is out there, it can affect their emotions and their mental health. The pressure to have the latest thing on the items is not good. And to tell the truth, social media and the internet promotes a lot of misinformation and also online deception. There's so much information on the internet, but just because so much information is on the internet, you must remember that the algorithms really may not have your best interests in mind. So an educated consumer knows how to look out for this. Interacting with social media, you must be aware if an Instagram is actually an ad or a post. It's kind of hard to distinguish it when they have both sitting together. An unpaid ad and an ad together is difficult to determine. What is the difference? And so an educated consumer knows how to look out for manipulative algorithms that have you spending that money on those things. And these algorithms are deciding what will be shown to you, whom it will be shown to, and how many people it's going to be shown to. In a world where the world right now, social media is taking over, an educated consumer will look out for these ads, these repeated ads that have you thinking that you have to have the latest product. The world is on a fast track, and an educated consumer must be prepared and aware to be able to face cross-platform advertising. The world is facing this new frontier. In a world where consumers are being sent so much information and intertwining with information on a daily basis, a person who keeps these key factors that I'm sharing with you today will be ahead of the world on the fast track, and you'll be ahead of the game of cat and mouse. Thank you.